Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons on our new Tuesday slot where me, some friends and Cheese get together to play some Dungeons & Dragons together. So, yeah, Elmer, you're losing your human rights? Good. Become a D-class. You'll only be allowed to wear orange leather armor, but hey, we'll talk about court later. Anyway, how about we get into playing Dungeons & Dragons? I'm sorry, Cheese, I bully you too much, don't I? Anyway, let me go ahead and make sure that I'm not showing anything compromising. That is all good, and I believe that means we are good to go. Yeah, alright, let's get into it. DnD is on. Member list is now hidden, and let's go see what everybody else is saying. Alright.
I'd like to start this off with a beautiful meme.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Nick.
What is it he did?
It is Ninja with 6 swords.
Fuck's sake. This is how we're starting it, Drew? Really?
It's perfect.
God, okay. Let me get the chat on my phone. Do your whole spiel about being a DM and how cool you are and shit.
I am the coolest motherfucker on the planet. All kneel before me.
I'm sitting.
Good
I
enough.
With a guy like that, and I hate his guts.
Please direct all letters and knives to P.O. Box 666 Hell.
Yeah, sounds good. Hold on, let me shut my window so the kids in my back garden aren't heard. Don't worry, real chained up.
I mean, if they get loose, just shoot them with a bow.
Okay.
Anywho, when we last left off, if I recall, we had some sleepy druid in our party.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just to recap a little farther than normal, we went to a dire beaver lodge, home of 5 very rude asshole beavers.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I ate a house.
Beth ate the house. One dug into the ground out of fear. One just ran out of fear. The other one got KO'd into the river and probably drowned. And
For fuck's sake.
one got sliced in half by an absolute madman with a large sword. And the other one, the mind cage, didn't. Who was it? He
basically had
stroke and a
every
heart attack
form
at
of
the same time.
Basically every form of something going bad in your brain. Yeah. Aneurysm, stroke, heart attack in the brain, brain attack, everything.
His brain turned into a slushy.
Yeah.
In a matter of a nanosecond.
Because he trusted a tiefling.
So, God, that just imagining like brain matter oozing out of his ear.
Ah, nice. That was a little shit, right?
And if I remember correctly, we last left off
Brain surgery.
with
No, we
right.
that.
Yeah.
No, well, Beth was asleep for that, so let me dictate what happened. So,
Yeah.
All right, baby.
Cheese ran off to be protector of the water wheel once again, leaving you asleep, unable to help, leaving Chaos and Nick to perform robotic brain surgery.
What could go wrong?
He opens up his panel, and he has a diagram. You just gotta pull one chip out, put another chip in. It's easy. It's like an HP computer. It's all just modular. You can pull it out and pull it in. You can chuck it down the staircase. It'd be fine. So he goes to tug on the chip. It snaps. Now there's a piece in there.
Manual goes out the window.
So he takes a sharp object, his dagger, and pries it out. No problem.
Chaos.
I would just not do rolls, okay? I even had luck as well, Beth. I had luck. And you know what happened? It was one less each fucking time.
It's true.
I rolled 9, I
Now-
got an 8.
So he he managed to get the chip in, pray to his god,
After cutting a vine.
and
I had to do a medicine check.
yeah,
I had a religion check.
he had to. He accidentally sliced something in there trying to pry the chip out, and had to hold it together using his non-existent strength.
Fuck you. In fact, I was so strong I broke the
Managed
fucking
to.
chip, okay? Suck my dick.
So great fun all around.
Yeah.
So now we'll leave off back at
Oh, you missed the best part.
oh, do tell the best part. I cannot give it justice.
You do it.
So, it looks like he did a good job.
And then there's me
The
going,
light
oh
starts
shit,
flowing
oh shit,
back
oh
into
shit.
me. And then I grab him by the shirt collar. I'm ready to fucking kill him.
Yep.
He's thrown against the wall.
Yep.
Slowly. Step by step.
Yep.
Inch by inch. My
Mhm.
six-fingered, inhuman, creepy-ass claw. He feels the taste of the warmth coming from his face that's about to be melted off.
I mean, you've already done it to my shoulder before.
And then, snap! Right in front of his nose!
Yep. Indeed. You took advantage of Alexander.
Yeah, sounds like
No,
Now
that
you will
was
perish.
Rufio. Because you can see a little bit
Yeah.
of pink in the middle
Yeah.
of my screen.
Alexander didn't see that
But you
shit though.
missed
He
because
was
you
too
were
busy.
shitting yourself.
Yeah, because he thought he fucking killed you.
You would have had much more to worry about if you didn't kill me.
Oh yeah. But hey, all's
But
well
no,
that
you
ends well.
succeeded. The bird came rushing in, thinking that there was something else to murder, and then we were just like, "Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
a rat.
it's good.
Yep.
It's a rat. But he's in the river. He's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move on, whether you want to come
Bird
with us
goes
or
for a
not."
rat.
It swims.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's a swim rat. They're indigenous to my homeworld.
Yeah.
Completely.
Anywho,
So yeah, moral of the story: if
Onwards.
shit goes wrong, just pray to a god, preferably an eldritch one.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did a die roll to see if that worked. So, anywho,
Yeah.
we bring ourselves back to the Beaver Lodge as you guys were heading out of it and back to the small shack in which the water wheel was attached to.
I'm guessing we're not walking in the river because there's now an actual river going there, right?
Yes, you're walking alongside.
Okay, good.
Great. So, the shack, it's now receiving power from the machines, correct?
Wait, is one of you carrying me?
Are
No,
you
I
not
thought I woke
awake?
you up.
Yeah. Wait,
Canonically, I thought I woke you up.
Yeah,
we need Dottie at the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
they woke you up, and I just said, yeah, you followed him.
Oh, okay.
We just leave her in the lodge.
No, I would have been carrying her across my back.
Hmm.
I think I'm the only other one in the group that's strong enough to do that.
Yep.
I mean, cheese might.
My unseen servant cancels my telekinesis. Fuck you. Who needs strength? You have magic. Actually, can't
But
fucking use it in this fucking awful dimension. Alright, very well. Continue.
Anywho, you guys are at the wonderful shack.
Mhm.
How do we continue on here?
Can I take a
Well,
look
the
at it?
mach-
Sure. What do you want to see?
is it actually powered? Is it making like noises over there is power? Like if you mean Q1 just looking at it. Like bear in mind that we'd probably know how water wheel works and like electricity to that basic sort of format, and assuming okay, water goes in, that creates steam, steam used to spin thing, that create power.
I mean, if that's how you interpret water wheels, then yeah,
Yeah. Does it look like it's doing power?
it's turning.
Do I
There's a
hear-
bird running on top of it.
Do I hear a vroom, like electricity sort of noise?
I mean, you don't know what electricity sounds like.
Oh, right, yeah.
Water wheels back in the regular world would be used to turn
Oh, right,
mills
yeah. Fair point.
and grind grain.
In that case, do I hear a grinding sound?
You do not hear a grinding sound.
Q1, I believe this might be broken. I don't see anything to, well, grind against this. Odd.
So the machinery in the shack appears to be functional, and I can detect that there's power going into the factory.
The machines inside are not functioning fully as intended.
Do I have to light the burner?
I don't know.
So is it lit?
I mean, there's no.
Is
No
there a
fire.
valve to turn?
Well, is the
There
burner
are valves
exposed?
in there, yes.
Okay.
There's a opening underneath the second machine.
Oh, right, you have an image of it.
And the
Fuck,
second machine has the burner.
I mean, there's no burner.
Does it look like there's been, like, charcoal or anything in there? Like, any sort of, like, soot or anything?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
probably get a fire
This
in
needs a
there.
fuel source.
Oh yeah, Drew, do you
Alright.
have the diagram again, just so you could post it in general?
Yeah.
You know, just so we are, you know, a bit more reminded. Is there any rule I could do to, like, maybe work out what it is exactly that I need to do with it? Because I know there's, like, a bunch of valves and shit like that, and bear in mind, as you've also just said, I don't know shit about electricity. Is there anything I can do to, like, work out something? Like, okay. Like, I guess, effectively just, like, common sense, really?
I'm sorry, I passed the screaming beaver and I had to give it a giggle. Anyway. Common sense when turning valves and what the fuck?
Not going to America.
What?
I almost had a fucking aneurysm. So the video auto played.
Oh no.
So I'm scrolled down here looking at this diagram, and suddenly I just hear, "John, I want a divorce." It's like, hold on. Hold the fucking phone.
Wait, what?
Wait, what the hell?
I don't remember any divorce. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay.
Just this played.
Fuck.
John, I want a divorce.
And
Divorce.
anyways, I'm too off track.
Yeah, okay, so we have
Fucking-
machine.
Machine, there are valves. There's one big valve attached to the left machine.
Can I turn big valve?
Yes.
I would let's turn big valve.
Okay, you've turned a big valve.
Right.
Nothing happened.
Okay, can I look at a burner?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
well,
lit.
right. Okay,
Shard area under there, yeah.
is there like nothing? So bear in mind, there's like soot. Does it make it look like there was like wood in there, or like any other like way to give heat to it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a flammable material put under there, yeah.
Oh, there is. Okay.
There
Now,
should be, and there isn't.
oh, right. Okay. Right.
Well, is there anything around that we can use for a fuel source, like lost wood, or there's a shitload of wood back at the shack that we can burn?
Yeah, Alexander sort of turns around and says, well, I believe we need to burn something in here, but there's no material around, bearing in mind the beavers used it all. So, Beth, we might need to go over your plan in Operation House Wrecker again. If you could remove any more, I would appreciate it. And bring it down here.
Ye. What do you do with the Tainted?
Fuck's sake. Okay, can I go up to the lodgeman and maybe try, like... So, there's, like, multiple doors and shit like that, and I have a hand axe. Could I just, like, start hacking down one of the doors and, like, break it down into smaller pieces?
Sure.
Yep. Spend some time doing that.
Chop down. Well, he's cutting down doors. What about the lot of you? What are you guys doing?
Well, I would like to try sticking my hand under where the fuel source usually is, and I want to activate my thermal and see what that does.
It does not do anything of note.
Not even if I hold my hand up closer to the water?
Well, there's no water.
Oh.
I am running on the water wheel.
But there is a water feed that leads into the river, which is now flowing.
Correct. There is a water
Okay.
tube in the river.
And there's nothing going in that tube.
I mean, the reservoir on machine 2 is empty,
Oh,
and
okay.
and the valve on machine 1 is also basically empty.
Okay. And he already tried opening the valve on machine 1 and nothing happened.
Big valve here.
Correct.
Okay, I want to go down to the river to where I think the water feed is. And...
It's very visible.
Okay. Do I see anything obstructing it?
Not that you can see outside, no.
Okay. Can I go... I am pretty heavy, so I figure I wouldn't be as buoyant. The river wouldn't catch me as quickly, correct?
Correct. You could stand in the river easily.
How waterproof is my head? Because I know I took some damage, but I used Flex Seal, so I should be immune to everything.
Okay.
You are submersible.
Alright, I want to go into the river, take a look at the water feed, and see if there's anything obstructing it.
There's a dead beaver.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I want to yank out the beaver.
It's like it's alive and it's attacking you.
And then I want to drag him up on the door.
Okay.
Just
You
as a fucking
remove
criminal
the
origins.
corpse of the beaver. He's slightly waterlogged.
Does there appear to be water flowing into the hose now?
Yes.
Great. Alright, I did drag him up on shore, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, if I go back in the shack, do I see water flowing through anything?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to try holding my hand with my thermal activated up under machine 2 and see if I can't generate a little bit of steam to see if I can't get something working.
Well, it's not necessarily enough to steam the water.
Okay.
How's Operation Door Chop?
You're about halfway through a solid door.
Alright. I mean, I have a hand axe, so I might as well keep going.
All right.
Alright. I'd like to go back to the beaver and search him. Does he have anything of value on him?
Well, I mean, that pelt, where beavers aren't exactly the most common species.
Alright. Beaver pelt's supposed to be really nice.
Hmm.
I'd like to... Do I have the knowledge to skin him and preserve the pelt?
That would be a survival roll.
What's my survival looking like?
Wisdom base.
There you go. Oh wow, that's actually +6. All right, well, I'll give that a shot.
Hmm.
Probably gonna be shit knowing how this works, but
Hey.
15. You do successfully remove the pelt without severe damage.
nice. Excellent. All right, and then there's some meat for the things that apparently need to consume meat to survive.
I want to yell to Alexander and ask him if he needs any help with that door.
Can I hear you?
Like,
I think we established I couldn't shout out to you.
no, not a normal shout. Unless he somehow amplified his voice, it wouldn't reach.
Hmm.
You
Can I
could
start
just charge it anyway.
can I start walking towards Alexander to see how he's doing? Take some wood back with me to get this thing moving.
Yeah. One. What?
Ow, fuck.
Pulse?
I didn't put enough water in my energy drink, so I went to shake it. Then, as I readjust myself, I kicked my disc.
Cool.
Yeah. Beth, why are you being so fucking mean to me today?
Because I'm tired.
So?
Okay, so you're heading up to check on Axeman and his door adventures.
Uh-huh. How's it coming?
Oh, getting there.
Can I just rip off the rest of the door?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
rip
it's
off-
already off its hinges.
I'm
Oh,
basically yanking it off, then cutting it into smaller pieces to carry.
Alright, can I start picking up some of the larger pieces and I'll carry that back with me to the shack?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, I'll finish up with these ones then. It's fine. Take those back to the shack.
Cool.
No help. That's fine.
Well, these large pieces ought to do fine, so...
Cheese, you know what to do.
But I like the water wheel.
But big sword.
But
Big
rum.
sword is only used to cleave enemies, not wood.
What
You
is
don't
it?
decide what the big sword does.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Just shut my fucking mouth then, because every time I do something, I'm being fucking insulted then. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. D&D.
Yeah.
Christ.
D&D about chaos. Fine.
D&D.
These guys.
So you bring
These
back
guys.
the large pieces from the door that he's hacking up.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do with said pieces?
Would the pieces fit in the receptacle for the fuel?
They are currently a little too long.
Okay. I'd like to start breaking up some of the pieces over my knee.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Really? Okay. What?
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably
Thank you.
succeed, but it's
Plus
formality. All right. Yeah.
Cool.
So you break a nice thick piece in two, and I'm assuming you put them into the receptacle.
Yeah, I'd like to fit as much into the receptacle as I think I can get away with. And then I want to use my thermal to light everything up.
All right. You do just that. And
Hope they can't hear me.
you light the fire, the machine roars to life, and yeah, you can see steam traveling from the top of machine 2 back down and into the piped underground.
Okay. And then, do I start seeing any noticeable changes in the main building?
Yes, looking back to the factory, you can see that the bars that once blocked your way have been lifted, allowing access inside. Or at least access to the doors. No guarantee you'll make it inside.
Okay. Nobody is close to the building, right?
No.
Good. Okay. Looking for wireless access points. Do I detect any?
What do you mean by that?
Well, just any type of wireless communication system that may be active.
There are no active origins.
Okay, just doing a passive scan. Do I detect any security systems by any of the doors?
None that you're aware of, no.
If I were to... Would that be a perception roll then?
Your acceptance is mutual, however, your agreements are
I need your permission anyway,
contested.
fuck you.
What?
I need your permission anyway.
Anyway. So, if you want to try and make perception, you can.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side.
Am I still
And then
chopping
I'll
wood?
also,
Sorry.
And then I'll also roll
I mean, you
perception.
haven't said that you've stopped.
Yeah. Probably cutting up the whole door thinking that, more wood's better.
Alright, that's for my general perception, and I'm also rolling danger perception on the building and anything that may be inside.
Alright, so perception wise and danger perception wise. So, perception wise, you don't detect anything abnormal. Danger perception wise, you are detecting something that is inside. However, it's neutral.
Like it's not actively searching for targets, but there is something in there.
Yes.
Can I tell what it is based on the weight of the blip, or no?
No.
Okay. So if I were to walk up to the door, nothing would happen.
Most likely nothing would happen.
Well, I do go to walk up to the door, see if I can open it.
Uh-huh. You attempt to open it and do.
Okay. And if I were to poke my head in, look around, what do I see?
Well, heading into or looking inside the building, you can see many large machines. The droning sound of steam hissing away in many locations. On the far north wall, as you are poking your head in from the west. So on the far north wall, there is a large metal shutter. In the top two corners, there are two metal cylinders, 4 total. And you recognize these as batteries. Strung from those are wires connecting to a large pole in the center of the room. Poles going down into an even larger machine that's taking up most of that side of the room. You can see to the south side, there are some hallways.
Okay. So there's nothing else in that room, just assembly equipment. They're all automated.
Yes, but none of them are moving.
Right. Does there appear to be like a primary terminal of any sort nearby?
There is not.
The shutters. Does that look like it's leading into a window, like a control room?
It's a solid metal shutter.
Okay. But does it span the whole wall?
Yes.
Interesting. All right. If I were to poke my head back outside, look around, where is everybody?
Well, you see Bird continuing to run on the wood mill. You don't see Alexander, as you assume he's still cutting wood up, exhausting himself.
Okay.
And you see Daddy, probably picking flowers or something. T-posing in the shack. I don't know.
Harasser hasn't loaded yet.
I try to get everyone's attention that I've successfully infiltrated the thing.
Are you gonna need to go up to me? Wait, would you say I'm about done cutting wood? Like cutting up about as much as I can carry overall. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
You okay there, True?
She's doing a thing.
Okay.
Anyway. So, how do you go and get Chaos, or are you stopping chopping the wood?
I mean, do I have about enough for like an armful or something like that?
You have more than an armful.
Oh yeah, like I'd like to like basically start like taking like think about like multiple trips and things like that, like segmenting it out a bit, then taking like one load, then going back. So then I'll take like a load of it and I'll start walking back.
Alright. Due to the exhaustion, you are moving slower than average.
Yep. Just need to catch my breath at some point.
But you make your way back to the shack.
Alright, I have more wood. There's more up there if we need it, but is that already working?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, can I just drop the wood and I just sit down? Look, just call me if you need me.
Nick immediately calls you if he needs you.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Just give me about, I don't know, a few minutes.
And then I turn my attention back to the building. I keep the door open, I stand in the doorway, and I just start sort of evaluating everything in there.
Alright.
You know, until somebody decides to come in to help me.
While he's doing that, can I idly play with my ring of random effects? And, you know,
Sure.
accidentally cause a charge?
Sure.
Okay.
Roll a
Spin the room.
1d4.
Oh no. 3?
Alright.
Is 3 good?
And now we hit that. And we go to that. And minus 5 HP.
So I just feel a lot shittier.
Yeah.
Alright.
I start walking back to Chaos. Does he seem like he's having kind of a hard time?
Yeah.
Oh,
You might
God.
need steroids.
Fuck you!
Okay. I want to go ahead and... You want to take like a rest or something then? Or...
No, I'm fine. Just I don't know. I just feel a bit crap lately. You know, I know something hurts. I don't know. Probably sprained something. But just give me a minute, will you?
But all you did was chop the wood.
Yes, I know. I chopped wood. I did menial labor. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought I'd do something to, cooperate with a team.
I mean, I am too.
What are you doing?
Magic.
You realize that doing magic is probably not a good idea right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, if we could have done magic, I totally would have done magic to get an unseen servant to do the very same thing that I was going to do.
I mean,
I turned to Beth.
See what he
What
said.
It's
magic
only
were you-
flowers.
what music? What magic were you doing? What were you?
I
Yeah. It
Oh,
was a joke.
I see.
Alexander's a
She
bit
was
of jokes.
using her. She was using her drawing skills, and she was creating magic.
Alexander doesn't get the
Anyway.
joke.
But no, I was playing with flowers.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. Look,
So,
I'll be with you guys in a moment. If you want to go into the factory already, I'll just take a sit down in the shack. I'll be with you in about, I don't know, a few minutes or something.
Okay.
and then I look to Beth and start making my way back towards the main building.
I follow.
Bird, are you
I
going to go
run.
with? Yep, there you are.
I run into the building.
All right, and because I feel inclined to ask, how exactly are you choosing to enter the building?
Through the door?
Okay,
He just
I
teleports
don't
through a
know.
wall.
You could phase through walls. I wouldn't be surprised if you like backflipped into a window upstairs.
That's
He
an
doesn't run,
option?
he just flips.
You can.
No, Beth.
There are options always.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Does he activate the no clipping console?
Look, he might be the smartest being in this entire multiverse, but
As
I
much
don't
as-
think no clipping is a knowledge-based role.
Are you sure? Guess so.
Ugh.
I don't know, maybe we can invent
Anywho,
it.
are you spellcrafting?
I don't know, can I?
I mean,
I don't know, can you?
I don't know. I don't know, can I? Because I'd make stuff.
You want to see like four of me come up to you like I spot ifunny.com watermark?
I know. Nah, I'm not doing it here at least. Fuck that.
anyway,
I'm sitting down.
so you guys are heading into the factory?
Yeah.
I am, yes.
Okay. Walking inside the building, you see the large machines, you see the batteries by the metal shutter all on the north side, giant pole, going into machine, giant machine. To the south are hallways, doors, and stairs leading to all different parts of the factory. From those sections in particular, you hear the steam hissing.
Okay. I want to walk in and I want to start walking towards one of the hallways, but I don't go down there. Instead, I'd like to evaluate all the available hallways. Roll danger perception again to see if there's a change in that. And how many did you say that? There were?
So, there are um, 4 different hallways.
Mhm.
Despite the previous comment of doors and stairs, we're going to assume that there are 4 parallel hallways, just for the sake of visualization.
Okay.
Which hallway in particular are you focusing
The closest hallway towards me.
on? Okay.
I basically want to start examining them systematically.
Well, to the leftmost, you sense danger. To the middle left, no danger. Middle right, danger. All the way right, no danger. So they're altered.
Hmm. I gesture for whoever's in the building to stay where they are, and I
Alright.
want to start investigating the danger slowly.
Okay. So, down the leftmost hallway, you come to a burst pipe spewing out hot steam.
Okay. Um.
Behind that steam, you can vaguely see a valve.
And this valve seems to be linked to the steam in some way. Is it a shutoff?
I mean, if you can infer that, I suppose you could.
Well, is the valve linked to the pipe that's burst in some way?
No.
Okay. Um. What roll would I have to make to determine that solidly?
To determine, huh?
To determine if the valve's linked to the pipe.
I mean, you can visually see that the valved pipe goes further to the right.
All right. Well, regarding the breach, how big is the breach? Is it like the size of my palm?
It's spewing out like a good pipe's worth of steam.
But the hole itself, it is a burst pipe, so is like the whole pipe fucked, or
The pipe definitely is pretty fucked.
so I wouldn't be able to reseal it up with my thermal, like melt the metal back together.
No,
Mm.
not without severely hurting.
And is there anything else on the other side of the hallway? Does this lead anywhere else? Or...
No.
Okay. I want to start moving on to the other dangerous hall. Excuse me, the other dangerous hallway.
Moving on to just to list left to right A, B, C, and D. Moving on to hallway C,
Mhm.
you see much of what you saw in a burst pipe blocking a valve.
Okay. Can I walk through the steam?
No.
Is there any way to get around the steam?
Mm-mm.
I want to go into hallway B and take a look around.
You go into hallway B. It seems these hallways are made pretty much the same,
Mhm.
except this pipe is not burst.
Okay.
Oh no, it is burst.
So there is danger.
There is no steam coming from it, but you visually see the hole on the pipe.
Can I
And
seal the... Go ahead.
and at the end of that hallway, again a valve.
Can I seal that hole back up with my thermal?
Yeah, you can try to weld it.
Yeah, I'd like to give that a shot.
All right.
While he's doing that, can I walk in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I notice that he walks back in? Am I able to sense that?
Yeah.
I just sort of like
yell
see everyone
back.
else standing, and I'm just like, oh, well, what's going on here then?
I yell to you just to make sure you know.
Alright, very well. Do I see the steam by any chance?
You hear the steam, you don't see it.
Alright.
Not yet.
Let's have a dumb idea.
And how far along am I in sealing up that hole?
I mean, you were able to seal it, but you're not so sure of the bond that you can get from just your thermal emitters.
Hmm. Can I look around the factory and see if there's like some scrap metal or something that I can use?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Hold on. About how hot do your thermal emitters get?
Well,
Because
I
it
mean,
can't be too hot as is to melt your hand upon
I mean,
activation.
it would be enough to be able to melt a steel sword relatively quickly within 7 seconds if I were to really put my all into it.
What are you made of?
Alien material?
I mean, are you metal?
Well, yeah. I am some sort of metallic composite that's probably semi-organic.
Well, how does anything hurt you? Because
Maybe the shock of it.
I'm trying to think here, because if you're able to heat up your hands past 2,500 degrees, that would even get steel to a bending temperature, then you would have to be made of like tungsten. And
I'm-
every
I mean, look, when I think of these characters, I don't really take into account the mathematical specifics like you do, so.
I think about more about like maybe it's like as opposed to just like straight up like you know, pain as it is, but maybe more like shock, like dislodging like something, or like, you know, an actual removal or something. So for example, extreme heat to a degree higher than yours would obviously cause something to melt, or you know, if you were hit by something, it could cause something to shake loose or even be cut off.
I mean, most of my sensation is run through my bioelectronic tendrils.
Yeah.
Which are heavily protected behind the armor. And that's why you sometimes hear me. It's like when I was hit by that lightning. I wouldn't have felt a lot of anything else, like if somebody keyed me for instance. But
anywho,
Yeah, it's D&D, who cares? You're hurt by God.
so you find some bits of scrap metal around the factory, although they're not really of any big size or note. The factory was kept rather clean, it would seem.
do I see any Sona components, by the way? Looking around?
There's some broken ones over in a bin, but that's really the only any parts around.
Interesting. Okay.
Can I like sort of poke my head around just to take a look at like what the noise is, assuming that it's Steam?
What are you doing?
Like if I would just like to poke my head to take a look at what the actual source of the noise was, like, you know, the Steam, but I don't know it's Steam yet. Can I just sort of like poke my head around?
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
like
you
get...
can poke your head all around.
Okay. Now, so just to check really quick, me being me, would I know that Steam, like, you know, would Steam impact fire resistance much?
So
Because obviously fire was used like, you know, make for Steam, so technically fire level of like heat.
So if I understand fire, which I try to do.
Yeah.
It's it's just that fire is pretty much burning the shit out of you by pretty much
Extreme
fucking
heat.
charring you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, releasing oxygen, all that junk. It's you're just dying.
Yeah, so is scalding different to charring then in this regard then? Because I don't really know, since like, you know, it's kind of difficult to think, since is fire resistance basically just heat resistance, or is it more just straight up fire? Because then beforehand I was technically able to like half the damage from a thermal emitter when, you know, I was pinned against the wall at one point. So I don't know, it's your call on it, though. I doubt it's not, I mean, I doubt it's necrotic, but...
Okay, that's interesting. I will say, yes, it's about the same, but it. I don't know. It's fucking science playing into this
I know.
is weird.
Since like, at least like obviously how I sort of see it is, it calls big burn. Big burn makes its way at skin, whether it's charring or like scalding it. It's still going with the skin. If the skin is reinforced, it's going to be a lot harder for it to get through. At least that's what I'm sort of thinking of it as, but I don't know. Like, at least what I sort of see is like it's a skin's resistance to like extreme heat, which might try to break it down. But I don't know. And bear in mind I can hold like a fireball in my hand and things like that without too much of an issue.
How hot does a fireball get?
I mean, I don't know. Probably pretty hot. Probably not as hot as you, but yeah. I know as hot as your like thermal emitters, but bear in mind as well that when you use thermal emitters on me at one point, I was able to half that. So I mean, I don't know. I guess the main thing here is whether scalding is the same as being like charred and burned, but yeah, I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, again, you know, when I think of the abilities of these characters, I always try to go for the most, you know, outlandish thing as I think I can get away with anyway. But usually I don't look at the specifics or the science behind it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like this guy's explanation. Fire damage is more accurately known as heat damage, as in when you're hit with a scalding hot anything and it deals fire damage, then it is the heat that is damaging.
Right.
Gotcha.
I mean, I just want to know if it's just like for the sake of like, if I was to do something really stupid. 5 exhaustion level 2 as well.
So okay. I think I've ruled it that yes, Steam allows you to be used against your fire resistance.
Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, I mainly just want to know if this is like a side thing. Right. I mean, now the question is, would Alexander want to stick his hand through it? Probably not.
Nah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he stuck his hand in fire before, but, you know, not really that pleasant of experience. Just that he's less likely to immediately scream out in agony about it. Okay, anyway, don't worry.
Alright. So what are we doing with these steamy hallways?
I mean, can I look to Q1 and just say, Q1, So, I know that obviously everything around here is, pretty anti-magic. Do you detect anything in here that is particularly anti-magic?
Well, I did detect one dangerous thing, but it appears to be neutral. Um, and is there any way for me to specifically determine that, I guess?
Huh? Is detect an anti-magic thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, can I tell exactly what is neutrally, active within the building since I now am within it?
No.
Do I know where it is in the building?
I mean, it's probably behind that shutter, considering it doesn't seem to be anywhere else.
Wait, can we open the shutter? Like,
No.
is it like one of the... Okay, so it's okay.
Okay. I look towards the shutter, but with a slightly concerned expression, I shrug. Essentially uncertain.
Yeah, okay, so there's probably something... Well, bearing in mind that it is a big factory, we don't know everything that is inside of it. Perhaps keep with the caution. But, Q1, I just do want to remind you, remember Steam, should something happen, I reckon I could probably tough it out. So if you need to grab one of the valves, I can probably do something if need be. Not all completely useless,
Well, I kind of just go along with that, situationally.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, basically just saying that Steam probably
Huh?
won't do as much damage to me.
um, hallway B, that didn't have any steam going through it.
No, but the pipe had a hole.
Yeah. Was I able to find enough scrap to be able to patch the hole properly?
I mean, yeah, you were able to patch the hole.
Okay. So if I go up to the valve in hallway B, do I see any indicators on it?
No.
All right. I guess I just flip the valve, see what happens.
All right. You do so.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Does anything happen?
So that's working.
I mean, I'm sure stuff happened. It's just, do you know what happened?
Can I check the Steam? Like, is there
I
Steam
wanna-
now not in one hall or anything like that?
I mean, from your point of view, there's still steam spewing out of hallway A.
I'd like to roll danger perception again.
Okay. Thir- 13?
13.
13.
All right. So, you detect a danger in hallway A.
Mhm.
And that's it.
So just hallway A. What about hallway C?
There's no danger in hallway C.
But there was burst pipe. I walk into hallway C. What do I see?
You walk into hallway C and you see the pipe. It's not spewing steam. You see another valve.
Okay. So if the pipe's not spewing steam, I want to try to seal that up with my thermal as well, if I can.
All right, you do so.
And if Alexander is standing outside the hallway, I gesture for him to stand back, and I'd like to try turning that pipe back on as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely stand back. I'm basically, like, put it this way, I'm basically, like, closer to you than the others, but I'm still sort of, like, not directly right by you, sort of thing. So I'm just sort of, like, standing around, looking around and things like that. Like, could I take a look around the factory for anything?
What would you like to look for in the fact?
Like, just a general perception from where I'm standing, like, anything useful or valuable or anything like that? Like, anything that would, like, reach out to me and think, if he's doing that thing, then this could help, or any, like, instructions or, you know, documents or books even.
No,
Okay.
there's none of that.
Nothing that seems moderately useful?
No.
Right. Anything that seems
Uh,
particularly dangerous,
I don't
aside
like
from
the
this
way it
theme? Like,
left.
anything that's
I'm-
moving?
I mean, something's moving behind that shutter.
What?
I would like to go back outside the hallway and run danger perception on what's behind the shutter.
Yeah, if I'm seeing that, I'm saying, Q1, something is moving behind there.
All right. That 11 your danger perception, yeah.
That
Cool.
is, yeah.
So you walk on up to the shutter and you roll danger perception, and you've rolled it, and you don't detect any danger.
I would like to broadcast to whatever's behind there requesting a system ID.
You do not get a response.
When you say that there's something moving behind the shutter, is it like something banging against the shutter or something moving around it?
Something moving inside.
Okay, so it's not
Behind it.
actively banging against it.
No.
Got you.
Does it look like an individual entity, or is this like a series of machines that's running behind it?
It's definitely something that moves independent.
Okay. Do I see any lights around where the head would probably be, or are the shutters too close for that?
Yeah, the shutter is a solid frame.
Then how can I
Um,
tell that there's something moving behind it then?
You
can
just hear it.
Does it sound like footsteps or scraping or
Footsteps.
Big
heavy
footsteps or
Big footsteps.
big? The bigger than
Mini
Q1
big?
footsteps.
Largo footsteps.
So bigger than Q1 footsteps, smaller than a mammoth, or
Yeah, we'll go with smaller than a mammoth.
bigger than
I
Q1s?
don't like that look on your face.
I think it's going to be something absolutely
Dorky.
horrible. Can I relay this information back to Bird and Dardy and just say, just try not to do anything stupid for now. There is something behind there, and we do not know what it is.
Okay.
Q1 is currently trying to do something, but I'm not sure.
It's not angry yet. It's not angry yet. I've already tried communicating with it, and it doesn't seem to be responding. I don't think it cares what's happening. But it must be behind here for some reason.
Bear in mind, it's only now
Um,
moving after we did a valve.
Is there
The-
any?
Shutters that it looks like it's in, does it appear to be reinforced in any way?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a big keep out sign?
No.
Okay.
How does the reinforcement look like it was assembled? Like, does it look like this was designed to keep something in? Does it look haphazardly assembled?
It was definitely part of a security protocol made to keep whatever it's inside safe.
Oh, it's definitely a massive fucking security robot.
Keep what's inside safe. So protect something that's on the inside from an outside force?
I guess you could also. Well, you can infer that, yes, because there's no way to open the shutter. There's no manual way to open the shutter from the outside that you can see. There's no like lever or control panel, so you can extrapolate that whatever triggers this gate would be triggered from the other side. Meaning what's in there could probably leave if it desired to.
Oh.
Yeah.
With me knowing that, can I sort of like, bear in mind that I'd probably be standing a bit more out in the open before that, can I sort of like stand a bit more behind something? And just like sort of peek my head around now as like a sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
How
put it
many-
this way, I don't want to be seen.
How many cables do I see leading into this room?
None.
So all of the cables probably would have been embedded in the walls then?
Walls, floors, ceilings, whatever.
Do I see anything else leading into this room that would be significant to the operation of the facility?
No.
Valves are doing something.
Definitely, I mean, some large, like, pipes and wireways snake through the entirety of the facility, so they do go behind there. But no, like, big, obvious pipe that's like life support system that's leading in there.
If I were to activate my thermal vision, would I see the outline of the thing that may be on the other side of the shutters?
Try as you might, the shutter blocks thermal.
Fucking must be made out of lead. Okay. What machines appear to be running since I turned on the other two valves?
None of them. However, the the batteries look a little healthier. Not enough to turn on, but steam is being diverted.
Somewhere. I'm going to turn to Q1 and say, so, I'm not sure what is quite behind there, but, I think with the turning of these valves, it might cause something, so perhaps each time you do so, be very careful with your next moves, because I'm going to be out of view. I'll still keep an eye on it, though, just, more out of view than usual. So, let's proceed with caution, since I don't know what's behind there, and my current, interactions with everything here has been pretty awful. Good.
Yeah. So, all right. So was it just which hallway just had the steam then?
Hallway A has steam.
Okay. And which valves have I activated yet?
You have only activated the valve at the end of hallway B.
I want to go to hallway C and activate that valve. I thought I said I would do that earlier.
All right,
Since I've sealed up C.
you've sealed and activated the valve at the end of hallway C.
Do I notice anything behind the shutter moving, like, more rapidly, or...?
No,
Can I do a perception check?
you can.
Because now I'm very paranoid about what might be behind there. 21.
You do not detect any abnormalities behind that shutter.
Do I still just hear the movement, not like it's, like, very bang against or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
it has not changed at all.
Okay.
It's just occasional heavy footsteps. Sometimes there's a scrape, like if you slightly moved a table and you bumped into
Oh,
it.
you have a giant sword. Okay, just curious, but does it sound like it'd be on, like, a guard pattern? Like, does it, like, sort of pace back and forth? Does it go in a circle? Or, like, if I was,
It
like,
is
listening...
sporadic.
Okay, so maybe more of a searching.
It's not like, yeah, like if you were looking for something, but you weren't in like a rush.
Okay, so you didn't have an order for it, you were just looking around and wandering.
Yeah, you're just no, like if you're just trying to
Free-roaming
find
mode.
something.
Okay. Free roaming
But no
mode.
running.
Love it.
But so you turn valve C, and you hear the hissing stop.
From hallway A?
Well, hallway A was the last source of it, so yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So hallway A is now off.
And hallway D, does that have a ruptured pipe?
Yes, hallway D does have a ruptured pipe.
And I'd like to try my hand at fixing that as
All right.
well. Alright, and then go ahead.
You head to hallway D fix the pipe, and I'm assuming you head to hallway A.
Yeah, I want to head to hallway A. I want to assess the damage to the, and if I can, I'd like to try and fix it.
All right, you fix the pipe in hallway A.
All right, we have no ruptured pipes. I want to activate A and see what happens.
You activate you activate valve A, and yeah, you've activated a small light turns on in hallway C.
All right.
Do I notice
so,
anything?
I mean, you see the light.
Okay, but anything else that is different?
Well, the light on one of the batteries is on.
Okay. Guessing no more movements like that are particularly different or anything like that. Bear in mind, I'm just basically keeping watch for anything that might cause some fuck shit. From behind a corner.
So if I were to look in hallway C, I would notice the light. Does the indicators seem to be linked to? I'm
Wait.
wondering, but
What now?
you said that there's a light on in hallway C.
Yes.
So looking back, I looked through hallway B to make sure that's normal. I looked at hallway C. I see this. I walk in, and does the light seem to be labeled in any way? What is it?
The light is not labeled. It is just a green light
On what?
on fuck. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a green light.
Is it,
Okay, so it's just. I just wanted to know if it was linked to anything.
is
so.
it above the valve or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I then want to move to. First of all, I double check. Does anything else seem to have changed in the facility? Since I activated A.
No.
Okay. And the behavior of the whatever it is behind the shutters hasn't changed since.
No.
Okay. I'd like to finish it off by activating D.
All right. So you go to D, and upon entering hallway D, you see that there is also a green light here.
Okay. So all of the valves are open then at this point?
No. A and B do not have any lights.
Oh, I see. Oh fuck, I need to use my actual brain for this. We're screwed.
Q1, in my experience, usually green means good if we're trying to activate something. Well, maybe we need to turn that valve again, or perhaps there's something else we've missed around here. If you think it's safe, I can go take a look around.
I want to roll danger perception on the factory one more time. Christ, why?
Always
It is
13.
not dangerous.
Safe.
I just relay that, assuming that that's the result I got, and
Right,
I
noted.
start looking around as well.
Yep. So bear in mind, there's like a valve without the like light on. Can I
There are
twist that?
two,
Okay, can
A and B.
Can I go to A and twist that again? I'm just gonna like I'll look at you and I'll just say, hey, I'm gonna go twist this valve again, just see if it happens to do anything. Just be prepared in case I maybe go up in a blaze of glory or anything like that.
I just look at you and shrug.
Yep.
You go and turn valve in hallway A, and the light in hallway C turns off.
Oh fuck's sake! It's one of these things. Oh fuck's sake! I hate these.
I shout to you and tell you to try turning B.
All right. Did any other lights come on, or was it just that one?
Just C turned off.
just see. Okay, I want to turn the one that I just turned back on. So, hold on a second. So,
C turns on.
so yeah. So I was in A, was on I, and it turned, and it seems to trigger C.
Yes.
Okay, so I now want to go to B and, do something with that.
All right. So you go and you turn valve B.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Both C and D turn off.
C and D.
Yes.
Okay, so A
Now
does
all the
some-
lights are off.
Yeah. Can I go to D and just turn that one?
Sure.
I wanna
You go to
stand back
D.
and-
Yep.
You go to D, and the hallways A and B turn on.
Sorry, did you say B and D turn on?
A and B.
A and B. So D triggers A and B. What, can I go to C and turn that one?
Sure. You go to C, turn that one, and A turns off.
Okay, so A triggers C, C triggers A. Okay, so we have to overlap this in a way that it will then all work out. Ah, fuck's sake. I'm just gonna share this with everyone just so they can see it.
Okay.
At least just my findings for now. Okay, so hold on, let me just reverse that around. Drew, I fucking hate you. I hate these goddamn puzzles.
I made this in my head.
I know.
Just shitting as I go. I didn't even know if it would work out, and it just turned out it did.
Yeah, and I
Drew,
hate these puzzles and I
you-
hate you.
a
I'm
lot
like,
of
oh
mine-
man.
Okay, you need to realize that you have a very logical and rational mind compared to the rest of us dumbasses.
I
What
mean,
do you think is gonna happen?
I made notes. Okay, hold on a second. Let me consider the notes. So A will trigger C, C will trigger A. So then let's say we'll start with B. So are they? I want to set them all so they're all off for now. Can I do that?
Okay, which one are you turning?
Okay, which ones are on right now?
B is on.
B is on. Okay, so if B is on, the only thing that, well, actually, if B is on, and then D is the only one that triggers that, but then C triggers A, then C. Can I turn C then B?
You want to turn C, then B?
I'll give it a go.
Okay, you turn C, that turns the light on in hallway A, and then you turn valve B, you said?
Yeah.
And that turns on C and D. All of them are on now.
Right.
Yay! And with that, the sound of a shutter door opening can be heard.
You saw obviously Alexander about to like go oh, and then
I-
he hears the shutter. I was like, oh
I-
shit.
I immediately want to look at what's behind the shutter.
I'm gonna like sort of like push up against the wall and like wait. So the hallway I'm in, is that directly in view of the shutter?
Yes.
Ah.
What
It's a
Um,
very open concept factory.
While that is opening, can I quickly dash somewhere else?
You can hide behind a machine.
I would like to do that. Yes.
All right. So, get prepared for a small tale.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Maybe at least 18 intelligence helps me out there. You see, we're not all shitters.
The sound of a shutter door opening can be heard from anywhere near the factory. Gazing back to the shutter, you see a glass wall has been revealed. Inside, a Sona model. Exactly like Q1. Almost scarily so.
Oh fuck.
Upon getting close enough, you see a portal inside roar to life, scaring the Sona, causing him to back up and crash into a machine, resulting in an explosion that shatters the glass and sends the Sona flying into the portal, knocking off a small chunk of his frame. The portal closes, and all is silent.
He's scared of me. instead of being a weird body.
When you say it looked like Q1, do you mean dead on exact like Q1, like involving like little like sigils and shit like that, or just really alike?
Hard to say.
With
I
my
want
perception,
to-
could I have seen?
Okay.
Go on, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, just in the shock of this all, I want to run towards the portal. Is it still on?
It is not.
I want to pick up the piece of the frame. I want to see if there's anything else on it.
You pick up the small piece of the frame and you examine it closely. You examine it super closely.
Yes, that is indeed what I am attempting to do.
Of the bit that fell off, you recognize it as a R series configurer module.
Okay.
It fits perfectly.
Okay.
And you see, normally your the R series is kind of built like an HP. They're very modular, very even section. It's very pull apart and replace and very nice. But the thing is that the hole where your configuration module is missing has some charred bits that seem to line up with the ones that are on this model.
Wait. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this is my piece, even though I have this piece?
You do not have this piece.
True. When I saw that portal, could I have done an Arcana check to see if I know what sort of portal it is? Since I have an assumption.
Go ahead. What was your assumption?
Time travel. Travel to another world. Where basically, that was the old Q1. Got sucked into the portal, lost that bit, and now boom, here he is in the old world. Well, his old world. That's now just my assumption, but I don't have an Arcana check to back it up, so I ain't saying shit.
Interesting idea.
I don't have a fucking check for it.
Can I attach this piece to myself and it fits perfectly?
Yes. It adheres inside quite nicely.
Is there any memory cells in it that I can read or anything like that?
No, but your body accepts it as if it was one of your own.
Strange. I want to take a look around the room that he was in. Is there anything else in there?
Well, on the opposite wall, there's a series of charts detailing the creation of a portal. Would you like to see closer?
I would like to examine closer.
Can I follow?
Very much so.
Of course. This portal details the destination to a primitive, remote, and non-hostile world. Much like the world that you all left. And the date that it details for the destination would be from very long ago. Probably even predating Goldshire.
Does it have that Goldshire on the chart then?
Oh no, it doesn't have Goldshire on the chart.
Hmm.
It's just detailing the creation of a portal and how to hone it into a specific time and place that seems to be quite similar to the ones that you left.
Right.
Ooh.
So, the other Sona unit, it looked proper humanoid, basically just like me.
Yes.
Did he seem like he was doing anything else prior to him getting startled, or was he just aimlessly wandering in his enclosure?
He was searching.
I'd like to start searching.
Don't bump into any machines.
Ah, ah, ah.
Can I
What was the
study?
machine that I bumped? Okay, real quickly, what was the machine that he bumped into?
Well, I mean, it exploded, so from what you can tell, it definitely had a terminal screen on it. But
And that terminal is no longer functional.
yeah,
Are there any other? What did it look like it was connected to?
the portal.
Are there any other terminals connected to the portal?
Not that you can see.
Can I look through the wreckage and see if there's any intact memory cells or a black box?
There is. There's a black box.
Can I read the data of the black box?
Yes.
Nice.
The data. Well, I'm gonna have you make that triple exclamation check.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm looking at a chart, so I have no idea what he's doing, since I'm really taking a look at this portal, like, magic stuff. And I'm a magic guy. Ah, shit.
So I project my tendrils into the.
15.
I project my tendrils into the port to try to read this data.
Now, only you are able to read this data, so the others are not aware of this information that you are obtaining.
Okay.
However, the black box reads back a precise location. This location is the exact location just outside of Benshota.
I see. Is there any time information that's listed? Quantometric? Or chronometric, rather?
It would date back close to your first memories of the overworld.
Okay.
Whichever time that may be.
So you immediately see me freeze, and my lights just go immediately white, and they're just sort of floating, moving very slowly in my face. Almost like you can see me processing a lot of information at once, so much so that it's lagging my visual display systems.
Do I see this?
You can also sort of hear a little coming from my head, like I'm overclocking all of a sudden.
Right, do I see this? Like, at least hear anything? Because if I do, I want to call everyone else over, but I don't know if I do. So I'm looking at the chart.
Sufficient to say you do see Q1's face doing something similar.
At this point, I want to call over Dardy and Bud and say, everybody, could you come over here a second? Something strange has just happened. I think it's safe, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but if you come over here, I'd appreciate it.
Is there anything else in this room?
Not entirely, no.
Are there any other terminals or tools or memory devices? Labels?
Actually, I would imagine Q1's to be more like that.
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Anyway.
And you still kind of see me in shock, but I'm very, very stiff right now, but I'm just looking around this room, searching for whatever I think I was searching for before.
So, it seems that from what you can recall, as memory floods back to you, the R is not necessarily supposed to be a manufactured model. R is more of a insignia. It's a status standing for rogue or refuge.
Oh,
And much like the very similar S model, which you are probably based off of.
mm-hmm.
So, if you are a rogue and you are in a place and you were searching in a room for a portal, or in a room with a portal, detailing the destination to be remote and non-hostile, it's safe to assume you may have been trying to leave. And I guess in the end you got that desire, if not forcefully.
And then you just see me staring headlong into the portal. You see me slowly walking up to it and kind of just putting my hand through where the portal would be open, but sort of just touching the wall. Look up a little bit. It's just like, fuck. My eloquent description probably doesn't do the mood any justice, but
That's plenty. Like, is Dardy and Bird now in the room since I sort of like called him to come over? So, you know, they'd be like easily able to come over here. Wait, are they actually here? Beth and Cheese? I haven't heard them talk in a while.
Do we have our resident?
you then start hearing the Blade Runner soundtrack in the background.
Q1 upon touching the wall. In this moment, the portal roars back to life.
I immediately get startled and step backwards. Not into a machine! I know where I'm going.
I see him step back and I start to prepare a telekinesis just in case.
It is a different color. It's the same color from the portal back in the tree that led back to the Citadel.
Oh.
Are there any open data ports or anything like that where I can read its location, like its destination?
It is definitely going to the Citadel.
I look around to everyone and just for a moment, like considering everything that happened here.
Q1, I don't quite know what happened. I have my hunches, but I'm not entirely sure. But if you're clear to go whenever, that is perfectly fine. In the meantime, I will keep studying the portal design since I personally find it rather interesting. Feel free to do what you need to do though. Just shout me if you need me. And I'm gonna go back to looking at portal design, like trying to like analyze how it's done.
I want to take off the ID tag that I attached to myself, the R specifically.
You want to take off the RID tag?
Yeah, and just kind of hold it in my hand for.
That's the chip inside you, is it not?
Oh, I'm talking about the little piece of the.
Oh, you're talking about the configuration module that you picked up.
Yeah, the config module.
Yeah,
So that's like an actual device then, or is that just like a piece of the armor?
it is an actual device that allows the use of configuration chips,
Oh,
which you obtained 3 of back in the market district.
Oh.
nice. And then I just put this in me, and then it immediately accepted it.
Yes. Like
Um,
putting in a second kidney.
All right. So can I take out the config chips that I picked up?
Uh-huh.
What were the different ones again?
Quadruped, avian, and plated.
I see. Can these be easily interchangeable, or am I committing to them?
They take 1 action to both place and unplace.
You kind of see my expression lighten up a little bit from the grim, strange existential crisis that I just entered a minute ago.
Oh shit, that's what happened to me. Funny config mod.
I don't
Oh
do
shit, crippling depression. I come from a rogue unit. I a horse now.
Oh, God.
Safe
I
to
kinda-
assume Rufio has drank himself into oblivion.
I still don't know what the fuck is in that flask, and I'm kind of morbidly curious.
It's just motor oil at this point.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That would be gasoline.
Hmm.
I
Pretty
Kind of
pure
just
shit
like-
going to me.
give my little cubes just sort of a friendly toss, and then just casually chuck them inside of my pocket. I'm kind of, you guys don't realize what's going through my head, but I've kind of come to accept. You know what? I think I did make the right move here, even
Yeah.
though I was basically aimless for like 500 years.
And also, we probably don't
But-
even know what the hell those things even are anyway, so... There is only one thing that
You
is
guys-
coming to my mind.
Yeah.
You guys don't realize what's happening.
Yeah.
I know exactly what these things.
You know, you're having a massive moment for yourself, and I'm just looking at paper on a wall, like, this is a portrait that goes brr.
Funny Porto go burr.
Just out of curiosity, can I glean anything from this portal, like, that I can know, like, how to do it if I wanted to?
Not exactly. It uses technology far beyond what you can comprehend.
Can I take the charts?
Yeah, I mean, you can rip the charts off the wall.
I would like to lift the charts off the wall and store them away for a later time to analyze.
Now a giant murder bot comes out of nowhere and kills
There was a
you.
murder bot
No.
behind the chart!
You take
Surprise,
down the
bitch!
poster, and there's just a really angry robot. You just put it back up.
He has like a librarian, like sort of glasses on it as well. Like, do you mind? Well, it's like a hole in wall sort of thing, where like it's covering up a hole into like a bathroom or something. The only human known to man, and it's being like peeping tommed on by a tiefling while it's taking a shit. Oh god, why do I imagine? I shouldn't imagine that. Anyway, can I take the chart without any bad things happening?
Yes.
I would like to do that.
I would like to just put after I stow away my cubes, saving them. I'd like to put my hand through the portal, kind of all dramatic and shit, and then I slowly walk through it.
Yep, I'll gesture to everyone else to follow through, then I'll go after them. You know, I imagine I'm just like, oh, just give me a second, just collecting some more artifacts. You go through, you go through.
I don't go through.
Fine, Bird, you can wait with me. I'm just collecting a few pieces of paper. Daddy, you can go through.
She does. Go back through.
Okay, once I've collected my paper, I will go through making sure that Bird is by there. As much as I would like to leave him, I get the feeling it would be a bad thing if I did.
I let Alexander go first.
I mean, yeah, I don't really care at the end of the day, but yeah.
Alright. Like to turn around and pull out my sword.
Oh no!
Wait,
Do I
what?
realize that
Oh
bird-
no, he's destroying the
happening?
facility.
Oh
Do-
no.
Wait, do I realize that bird isn't through yet?
I mean, I walk through and I sort of look behind, I'm thinking, taking bird a little while.
Yeah.
Does the portal shut yet?
It's a one-way portal.
I sort of look to you
So-
and I say, oh, for fuck's sake.
So who has gone through the portal? Because I know Beth has.
I mean,
I have.
I guess I was
I was the
basic.
first to go through, actually.
Like, question is, would Alexander?
So-
The thing I'm debating is whether Alexander would go through just to leave him, or then not go through because he knows that everyone else would ream him if he left Bird. I get the feeling. I'm probably just about to go through when I see him pull out a giant fucking sword.
No, I wait for you to go through.
Well, I'm just standing there like, are you coming?
Yeah, go first. Are you standing right in front of the portal?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm about to go through,
I
but
Shove you into it.
telekinesis.
Shove. No.
Telekinesis.
Shove. No.
Telekinesis is not a reaction.
I was about to do it beforehand, so I get the feeling he was going to do that shit.
It is an instantaneous effect. You have been shoved.
I sort of stumble through. I'll just go, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Bird isn't coming. Forget about him. Alright, let's find some other crazy fucking lunatic then to wield a giant sword, shall we?
Oh, well, fuck, he's dead. Let's just go.
Yep. That's basically what I do. I mean, I just start jaunting off over to like the citadel. Oh, to the receptionist, I suppose.
Alright, Cheese, so you take out Big Sword.
I only want to do one thing.
Lay it on me.
I want to go to the water wheel and
Yeah.
cut it off.
You want to cut the water wheel off.
Yes. And then yell, "Be free."
I also just bear in mind that that's should have made a fuck ton of noise. I'd be really surprised if there isn't a fucking killer robot out there right now.
Okay, so the water wheel isn't connected to the water intake for the steam. So if he cuts off the water wheel, all power will leave the facility. which means the
Oh my
world will be
fucking
trapped in that.
god.
Not exactly.
Oh wait, there are batteries there, so I guess they're gonna like have about a few minutes before, but you know.
Well, not just that, the water wheel powers the security systems of the factory.
Shit.
So,
Let's just hear what happens.
upon cutting off the water wheel, you watch the water wheel flow down the river, roll down it. How would you like to proceed? Are you going to go straight back into the factory?
Yeah,
Okay.
not quickly, just walking.
Okay. So you make your way back into the factory, and then the bars shut the whole place down, and you are now inside the factory with no way out of the factory. These
Okay.
bars are made out of the same thing that Nick is made of.
What about the wall?
I mean, the wall is made of wall.
But stone or?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like, mostly. Not like stone, but like reinforced stone, I guess.
Is it stone that you can break down with a big sword?
Yeah.
I suppose.
After about a few years.
Why would you want to?
You remember what he said last session, right? Where he was going to break down every fucking facility, Drew, right? You remember that, right?
Look,
He's going to fucking trap himself in. He's basically dead now.
I mean, I'm just saying, if that thing made a loud noise, Killer Robot's probably coming at some point, so he'll have to move at some point.
Oh, without a doubt. Start
is-
breaking my shit. If I
Is that where he becomes
don't
an R
break my
unit?
shit, I shoot you.
Anyway, what is Bird doing now, actually? I'm really curious.
what
Yeah,
are you
well-
doing?
I want to break down the wall just to prove a point.
Okay.
Two!
Roll damage on the wall.
This will be
Can I
like fucking
sneak attack
1,000
the
damage.
wall?
Fuck's
Do I have
No,
advantage
you.
on the wall?
I mean, technically, because the wall's inanimate.
but it's a
Hold on.
fucking wall.
He's doing it just to piss us off.
No, I don't. I want to show that I can.
Who are you pointing this to? There's no one left in this world.
Myself.
Okay, congratulations.
So, inspiration. 2 or more characters work together. If the target is blinded,
It's a
if
wall.
if you are invisible, if the target is paralyzed, if the target is poisoned, that gives them disadvantage. If the target is prone, if it is restrained,
It's a wall.
stunned, unconscious, charmed, and you can't be exhausted. Unless you make yourself invisible against the wall, no, it's not advantaged.
But the wall can't see, so I'm always
It's an
invisible.
inanimate object. I don't really expect nor needs to expect an attack.
This is something I want to play, but I'm a little bit afraid the stream will be taken down for copyright infringement.
I'm just saying, we got time to do things. Maybe not this thing, because this takes about a few years, probably, to take down a
Can
whole
I
fucking
just-
wall.
Can I just hit it 10 times or something?
Yeah.
Make a bunch of
I
noise and
hate
have a
it
bunch of killer
Million
robots.
times. Should I roll a bunch?
Sure.
At this point,
Jesus
can
Christ.
There you
just
go.
curious, while he's doing that, over the portal that we came through, I want to set up like a bucket sort of thing, so that basically he pulls, as soon as he steps through, it triggers a bucket which then falls on him with like water.
Okay.
Can I just set that up? Like, I'm sure I've got the time for this now.
Yeah, you set it up.
Alright, and just say to everyone, like, look, just don't make it obvious that's there. It's going to come down as soon as. It's probably going to avoid it anyway, but you know what? Fuck it.
Hey, Chaos, how afraid are you of copyright infringement?
I mean, it's a Twitch stream, so I only get muted for a short amount of time, so... On YouTube, I don't make money off it anyway, so, you know.
It just turns into a montage between you setting up the prank and him breaking down the walls.
Yeah, like, I'm just making, like, a diabolical plot just to splash a bunch of fucking water over him. If he takes much longer, I'm going to make him more intricate to have, like, tar over it than, like, chicken feathers. I mean, just put more feathers on him to make him actually white, as opposed to just yellow.
I don't even
Okay,
notice what you're doing.
so-
I'm still reading all of the data on the black box.
Yep, I mean,
So
Darly's watching
you-
me.
You destroy the you destroy the wall successfully.
Alright.
Can I do a roll to make the
Is
trap
that-
completely unavoidable?
Oh god.
No, you cannot.
Is there anything else I can do to make this trap basically anti-bird proof?
Bird will always find a way.
Well, I want to do something to make it sure that he will never ever be able to get by it.
You set up a second bucket.
I set up more buckets. For every, like, minute he is gone, there is another bucket. Now, I don't know how long we'd be going on for, but I'm going to say about 10 minutes, so there are now 10 buckets. Like, I'm just looking over to the secretary and just say, give me another bucket.
Hold on.
No, I
Good
have
day.
my humanity restored.
Why? This is fucking.
Oh yeah,
weirdo.
also another thing as well is that before he comes through, can I also cast darkness on the area?
Okay.
So like just as he comes through, I want it to be that I cast darkness. So I'm not going to cast it just yet, but as soon as he comes through, I'm just going to cast darkness, that way he can't see.
Okay. So, you've successfully destroyed the wall.
Cool. Is the portal still there?
Yes, the portal is still on.
Alright. I wanna run through at full speed.
All right, you
Okay.
run full speed through the portal.
Darkness is a 15-foot area. That is now used in the area. It's magical darkness, so you can't use a light on it. But I can see through it because I have Devil Sight.
What is your reaction time? That's important.
I just cast
okay,
darkness!
Well, you have to
How long does
cast it.
darkness last?
10 minutes.
Oh,
Okay. So we'll say you casted it upon setting up your 12th
Yeah.
bucket.
Basically. Like each minute I'm like sort of deciding, do I do it now or later?
So, please evade all 12 traps blinded.
Does that mean he gets
Alright.
disadvantage?
I believe that's is that dexterity. Attempt to resist trap, spell, poison, diseases, similar threats.
So does that mean
Yeah.
he'd be blinded by that then? Because a blind creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against a creature has advantage, and creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Hold on.
Is that I just
Well,
want to
Chaos,
douse it
how
in
did
this
you
much
set
water?
up the buckets? Or what's the plan?
Basically, you go through, you hit a wire which you can't see right now. Buckets
Mhm.
go down.
They just fall down?
Buckets go down. Bucket make
I'm
you
running
wet.
full speed.
Bucket make you wet.
I'm running full speed.
You can trip on the wire, Cheese. I don't care.
Alright, I trip forwards.
Cheese, it's a bucket.
I'm fast.
Drew, how fast is this bird? How many rolls is he going to do to avoid the bucket trap that I have done? Which, bear in mind, I'd probably set up to be at least somewhat considerate of how fast he goes.
Well, you wouldn't know I'm running through.
Jeez, I know you run everywhere and make you start screaming.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, I was probably half expecting just he screaming, like, through the portal before I even fucking heard you. Like, saw you.
Let me make sure here. So this one.
If you're going to waste time breaking down a wall, I would waste time making bucket traps.
I was proving myself.
And I'm proving myself to see if I can still do traps good. Even though it's
These
just a
traps
harmless
aren't
bucket trap.
very good.
Even if it's just a simple bucket trap, I just want to know if I can do traps good still. Or if I need to, you know, try the old traps I used to do.
If I jumped through a portal, this wouldn't have happened.
It's a bucket, jeez, in some fucking magical way. I'm just gonna say, you know, it does the thing.
Well, that's not fair. Then I can just say in some magical way it doesn't do this.
You're blind anyway, I don't give a fuck, I'm not arguing this. Bucket traps, 12 of them. What happens, Drew?
I'm looking.
Okay. And it's a blinded bird.
Okay. I don't think there's a way necessarily. Ooh, okay. I need to mess with that. Hold on.
The suspense of everything that's going on is way too much for me to take, and you two are fucking around with pranks.
Yep. While you're processing, we're having petty disputes, and Daddy's probably picking flowers or making them.
So, yes. Yes. So, in the extras tab, I found a place to add pets and summons.
Mm-hmm.
So I added Terry and a rock. Anyways, yeah, you have no way to mitigate the magical darkness. So that's auto fail? Is it?
What?
Well, bear in mind you're blinded, so you don't know there is anything there, and bear in mind it is a wire, effectively, that is going to cause all buckets to fall down.
But I can feel the wire.
Yeah, but it's still buckets.
Okay, I can feel the wire and know that something's
Drew,
up.
what's happening
I'm
here?
ru- I'm running into
don't let
darkness.
Bird distract you. What's happening here is magical darkness.
I
Also, at this time, Alexandra's standing by the counter of the secretary, so it doesn't look like he's immediately involved with this. He's taking a glancing look over.
well done. So hold on. Because I looked up something.
Okay.
It might, maybe, perhaps work.
What is it?
So, oh no, that's if you see. So, you would need tremor sense in order to be able to feel the wire before triggering.
Well, not before triggering, but once I feel the wire hitting my foot, and I'm in darkness.
Then you've triggered the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the water doesn't fall on me immediately. I can dodge it.
Bearing in mind I know the height of you, I know where to put the bucket, so it's not just like 20 feet up in the air. It's pretty close.
Yeah, but even if I hit the wire, it's not just
Drew, what
hit the
happens?
wire wet.
Does Bird get wet?
You can't just hold on.
Jeez, you just spent 10 minutes knocking down a wall. I can make you wet.
No.
Do not put that as a
Hold on.
quote.
If you're
Guess what's a
saying
quote?
Fuck you.
if you're saying the water buckets are right by my head, then when I fall forwards, then I can
There's still
mostly
water
dodge
buckets.
the water. And
Drew-
if you're saying it's further ahead, then I have time to
Drew,
dodge
just
them.
tell me what happens.
Let me ask one question for you, Chaos.
Yes.
How did you assemble these buckets?
Okay, let me think. So
Were
basically,
they together? Were they in a line? Were they sporadically placed? Were they parallel, horizontal? What the fuck?
they're
how'd you
in
do it?
a 15-foot area in the darkness, and they are spaced out in a way where as soon as one of them triggered, they all fall down.
Okay. What is the radius in which the wet happens?
15 feet.
Okay.
Bear in mind, it's from the trap point, so 15 feet away from there, in the darkness, that is where the water happens. And bear in mind, it's also probably splashback from that as well, which maybe might extend out to 20 feet-ish. But running forward is going to trigger the trap, immediately causes the buckets to dispel their contents.
It's not immediate. That's not how water works.
With how I've done the trap cheese, because magic in D&D. Cinematography.
The buckets need to turn, and then the water needs to fall.
Cinematography cheese. What is it?
So, I'm looking at this. I need to know. So, that I need to pull this all of this just to dodge water.
Or it's a 15-foot area of water. And you're blinded.
Can fall fast.
You're
Dark.
blinded.
Okay.
It'll be a slip and slide.
Exactly, I'm blinded. I don't know what's going on,
It's a
so I'm
slip.
gonna
A
panic.
bird. No, jeez, you're
Yes.
actually making my. You're actually making me want to hate you.
Chaos, this is how I felt when you did the fire on me, when I
Uh-huh.
threw water on you. Remember that?
Yes, I know. So
Remember
Hellish
that?
rebuke me
Now I'm
then.
gonna do it back to you.
Hellish rebuke me then.
I
That's what I thought, because I'm now still at the reception talking to the secretary, so it looks like I'm not even one that did this.
So,
I just wanted to be a robot in
Yep.
a fantasy. That's all I wanted.
Yep.
so the magical darkness gives Cheese the status effect of blindness.
Yes.
Blinded creatures cannot see and automatically fail ability checks that require sight. And attack rolls have an advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have a disadvantage. However, water is water. This can be considered an attack technically, although not really a damaging one. It is a directed action at another person. So how fast were you going, Cheese?
top speed.
You were going top speed.
Yep.
Okay. So, if your walking speed is 30 feet, your running speed is probably double, about 60 feet. If an action is about 6 seconds, that means that you are going 10 feet a second, which is your average run speed. Now, if there was a tripwire on the ground and you were running 10 feet a second through the portal, you would have fallen and you will have tumbled and you what's what's the speed that water falls at? Fall at 32 feet. So all falling objects fall 32 feet per second squared. So, considering you've preserved the inertia of 10 feet per second, the water will have hit you between the 10 and 15 foot mark. So you will have gotten wet by the laws of science.
Lines are true.
Well, if it's an attack.
But you're blinded and it's an ability check to
Hold
see the
on.
trap.
Uncanny dodge does not work because you cannot see the attack premeditated because of the blindness.
At the end of the day, it's just water.
You won't allow me to make a dex saving throw.
Because the blindness that he cast mitigates that ability check. I've tried because
what if-
it's hilarious to find Chaos's loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
What if I
That's why I did magical
don't
darkness.
fall?
But
I
it's a tripwire.
save myself from falling.
It's a
and
tripwire,
keep
and if it's
running.
an ability check to
The-
try and continue, bear in mind you're going to have to see
The
where the ground is.
preserved inertia. First off, he's right. It would be a dex saving to reorient yourself and not trip on the wire. But even if you moved unimpeded, you still wouldn't be able to get out of the blast zone before water hits you. Because of the darkness. If you didn't cast the darkness,
You would have been
I'd
fine.
have you turn into like a waterbender and just direct it at him.
That's why I cast darkness, because sight is important.
Alright,
I-
I get wet.
you have gotten water splashed on you.
Am I out of the darkness now?
Yes.
Do I see chaos?
Yes, you
I
see him
am at the
casually
secretary.
chatting up with the secretary.
Keeping in mind, is there anyone else around?
Well, Q1 and
I mean,
Dottie. I'm the secretary.
But I'm
And
still
no one
under
else?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really high security here.
I'm still existentially staring at the black.
Yep.
So, keeping in mind there's only one person here who can cast darkness.
I mean, it's also a tiefling ability anyway, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
are there tieflings here?
Chaos, remember last time with the sword you went against me?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I said?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, it's time.
Is it no?
Yeah. I start preaching about how Alexander is not a good person. But I'm gonna give you, I don't know, 5 seconds before I actually start saying the things.
Geez, you should do the thing that I messaged you about. That would be the icing on the cake.
Can't yet.
Anyway, how would you like to react to this chaos?
Well, bear in mind I'm acting like it wasn't actually me. I'm just going to turn around and say, oh, you're back. Well, that was awfully unusual. You mind quieting down a little bit?
I'm making it very clear I'm about to spoil your whole thing. Alright?
Uh-huh. Let me take a look at something. Hold on.
Chaos, if you don't stop me, I will.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's
taking a look
not-
at some stuff.
Okay.
I mean, you know, guess I could do something kind of fucked up, but nah.
Is at this point you see my face go a deep purple at the sudden realization that I was designated refuse back on my homeworld.
Yep. I just turned to you and I say, Q1, can you make Bird be quiet, please?
I'm still staring at the black box.
Alright, Odin just shout to the... I mean, are the guards that interested in the fact that there's a bird making a massive disturbance in the area?
Too late.
No more disturbed than they are from a tieflin setting up 12 buckets and casting magic inside the Citadel's Grand Hall.
Mm-hmm. Alright then, ruin it then, jeez.
Okay. I ruined it.
Do you ruin it?
I mean, are you sure, Chaos?
Would you be ruining?
Well, what can I even do to stop it then? Like,
Well,
telling
I
you-
don't know.
you're saying you're gonna do it.
Apologize. Say you did it and apologize.
Alexander turns around and just says, friend, sorry.
Thank you.
Like, he basically just does it like a
Never-
dismissive thing, like, friend, sorry, and then goes back to
Oh.
talking.
Oh.
And then I look back. I just go, like, I sort of shrug, like, was that good? Like, is that how you meant to apologize?
We had a deal.
Right,
Do you
friend,
remember the deal?
sorry. And I make eye contact this time.
I want a gift.
Okay. I give him the troll skull, and I say it is a troll rock.
Never do that again.
Alright. And then I go back to talking to the secretary.
Bird is not fucking around. Alright?
But it's not what?
Fucking around.
Uh-huh. Alexander is though. I mean, he set up fucking 12 water buckets.
You weren't supposed to do that. That wasn't the contract.
Well, whatever. He said
you
sorry.
You need to understand
Oh, I do.
the contract.
Anyway,
Well, then
Drew.
why did you do it?
Yeah.
What's going on now? Bear in mind that whole bit's over now.
The large amount of water rushing over my feet slowly washes away some dirt that was caught in between my lower treads.
Yep. I'll do some
just
prestidigitation
sort
to
of
clean
look
it all
this-
up.
And I just sort of look at the dirt as well, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm not having a good day anymore.
I'll say, Q1, would you like me to do some prestidigitation to clean you up a bit?
I don't even acknowledge you.
Alright then, and I'm just gonna go clean up the whole area so no one can get pissy at me.
All right. So you walk on up to the well, you've been talking to the secretary.
Mhm.
He turns to you and says, "Hey, have you seen a scrawny ass elf come running through? About yay high. He's kind of a wanted asshole."
What would you say if this said elf may or may not have been killed?
I mean, I just need to report it.
Okay, well he's very much fucking dead. He was knocked off a ship by a giant kraken.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, it was an interesting adventure. Actually, it was in one of our first dimensions we actually went to. That happened. He was the guy with bagpipes, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know. Like Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Who even plays bagpipes anymore? Like seriously.
Well, how did this dimension go? You find a god? Being? Deity?
Nothing.
Really?
I think our friend here, I'm pointing to Q1, might have found something, but I think things have been, to not make a pun, dampened.
Alright, so plugged into the black box. I just want to kind of suspend the moment for a minute. And is there any other data in it that I can recover?
No.
Alright, so you kind of start to see me tremble a little bit, and my face goes from a deep purple to a solid blood red. And in a bit of rage with the hand that has the black box, I kind of just give a very abrupt but angry shout and throw it to the floor, shattering it. And I start storming off out of the building.
Nice.
Okay, maybe not dampened. Yeah, we found more questions as opposed to answers.
Ah, don't we all?
Like, for example, where the fuck is a deity?
I'm gonna be honest. We haven't had a deity walk through these halls in probably a century.
Oh, brilliant.
They just kind of stopped reporting in.
Doesn't that sound like a bit of an issue?
Yeah.
And so your solution is to send people like us in to go take a look?
My solution is to receive my paycheck at the end of the day. I'm not the one sending you guys through these loops and spirals.
Alright. Very well. So, look, everything aside right now, what's the next stage we can do, since I don't think we found anything there that'd be particularly linked to a deity? Like, for example, we don't have a magic book. I mean, there's that black box, but that's been a little bit deconstructed, really.
I mean, might still work.
I guess I'll pick it up and just hand it over.
You see that part of the case is still melted from when melted part of the case.
Right.
Like a second before it hit the pavement.
Yeah. That can also, yeah.
Is
Sorry.
there also, real quickly outside, is there like a valley area or a canyon or anywhere isolated?
I mean, not exactly, no. You would have to leave the citadel, and I mean that was a treat to get back in.
I just sort of make my way over towards a corner that isn't heavily populated.
When you're going out, I want to telepathically just say to Dali, Could you keep an eye on him? He's not having a good time.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I hand over the box, I guess. There's
All
a
right.
bird now in all this.
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm collapsed just in the middle of the portal.
Nice.
I sort of smile at the secretary and just go, of a day.
Why are you the only sentient one here?
To be honest, I question that myself. Yeah, no, I've got no answers for you, and I'm a noble. No, I don't fucking know. Anyway, what can we do?
Well, much like the book, that box may have a shred of another dimension on it.
Hmm.
Probably more nightmarish than the last.
Right. Well, we might as well give it a go, since can't get much worse. That was a dimension where magic was effectively hunted down and slaughtered, and assuming you've taken a look at me, you probably know it's a bad thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of just like show off a ring as well that I can't take off.
Oh, what's that thing do?
I'll show you, and I just do a random charge and just see what happens. And like I'm sort of just saying, well, you see, it does a random thing at times, and you know, sometimes it can be very good, and sometimes it can be not so good.
You turn invisible completely.
Basically, as I say, not so good, that's when I just go. So, yes, anyway, now that you see that, yeah, the ring is interesting. Actually, while you... wait, why are you looking like that?
He's just looking at what should be you.
Ah, yeah, that's one of the effects. Invisibility, awfully fun though, since, usually I can do a cantrip without, you know, really activating anything. And, yeah, I guess, there isn't really much else to do since now I'm fucking invisible. Alright. Don't really know what I expected.
Shoplifting!
Then I'll get fucking exploded, as long as I don't go beyond 150 feet-ish, yeah. But, yeah, I guess I'll just do like a little minor illusion of like a little like clapping monkey to show that cantrip doesn't break it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll just go, actually, on the topic of this ring, you don't know anywhere that deals with curses, do you? Because I can't remove it, and I'd like the ability to at least remove it should I need to.
I mean, a lot of places deal with the removing of curses. Depends on how heavy the curse is.
Yes, well, I have no idea, to be brutally honest. Yeah. Anyway, that aside.
I'm good at removing cursed items.
Oh, really? Would you... Oh, right, I'm invisible. Okay, I'm going to put my hand on the table about, by the clapping monkey. If you could, like, hold onto that, then the ring is, like, sort of on the, like, ring fingerish bit. If you were able to, like, take a look at it there, that'd be great. I'm basically trying to say, hey, here's my hand. It's invisible, but, you know.
He reaches under the desk and says, I don't think you fully understand, and he pulls out a dagger. I'm not magic-based removing.
Yes, I'm not into that sort of removal, and you know what? Don't worry about it. I like my fingers. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, shall we? Any luck with the black box? Actually, let's take a look.
He tells you just to go plug it into the receptacle where you put the book in next to the door.
Yep.
And you should be set to go.
All right. I'm gonna go over to that and I'm gonna say, Bird, get ready. We might be going into another portal at some point. You also track down Dardy. I don't know where she went, but yes. And I'm just gonna put the black box in.
You put the black box in, and the portal roars back to life.
Is it
And
true?
ooh, It is much more of a different color.
Oh,
It is a very, very deep yellow,
right.
like a dandelion gold.
Well, like bird color gold.
No, darker.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'm sort of looking. Do you mind if I leave this in here for now? I've got a few other things to deal with and round up. Yeah, I think you get what I'm saying here. I'll be back momentarily though, hopefully. If I'm not dead.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What would you like to do first?
Probably go to where Q1 is, since I don't. Wait, did Beth end up going over to where like to do the thing that I sort of like suggested? Since I haven't heard Beth in a little bit, so I don't know.
Well, she's probably pretty sleepy right now.
All right. Okay. Okay. If that's the case. Like when you say really sleepy, like do you mean like we should call it sleepy or?
I mean,
Since I obviously don't want to be doing like a bunch
don't
of
need to.
yeah, just obviously I don't want to be like doing a whole bunch of stuff and have like Beth miss out, you know, like in case she wants to do something.
Yeah.
So you know, just making sure that like you know everyone else is like talking and stuff because I know I talk a lot and I often have like a tendency just to keep fucking taking control. So you know, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, no, but like I want to make sure like everyone is like still you know here and good to play. Yep. Oh.
Well, if everyone's still awake, I'm up for continuing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's just
if
down
any-
to
you know,
Mhm.
mostly I'm just way too fucking curious to see what happens next, to be brutally honest.
oh yeah, yeah. Like I at least just want to make sure that like Beth and Cheese is still here. Is Beth, are you still around?
No, she's in bed.
Right. Okay. Oh. You're in Alexander's audacity. I mean, I obviously don't want to like go and do something pretty monumental, bearing in mind that not everyone's here. So
There's not too much monumentality to.
yeah, I know, but I feel like stepping through a portal would be something. And also, I don't know if people want to do anything Citadel or anything like that, since I have a few ideas, but I obviously don't want to act that out when everyone else has time to do things. Like, you know. Oh, is Beth basically out of it now?
Yeah.
We should delay this then.
Yeah, I mean, we can stop
be
for.
quick.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best thing to do, since I obviously don't want to like just keep going, like ignoring other people and things like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright then. Yeah, I guess aside from that then I'll start to end off the stream. Guess an interesting one. Alright. Any last things to say before I cut it all off?
Nah.
Alright.
No, not really. Just my character is now completely out of it.
Yep. We'll leave on a somewhat of a somber note of Q1 maybe knowing where Noe comes from, what he is, Bird being wet, Alexander just ignoring everything, and Dottie probably
You
just passed out.
You
None of you-
successfully made a trap that she's can't avoid.
Yeah.
It just took a 15-foot radius.
And a
And a
lot
lot.
of debating, and a lot of semantics, and a lot of time. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's done. Anyway, yeah, I'll end off now.